What's going on, everybody? So in today's episode on the channel, there's a few things I want to go over, and then there's a little bit of a project I'm going to do. Why? Because two things have happened. One, the hood pin cables came last night, or yesterday. Well, I got them last night. And we have the Lethal Visions application here from the meeting last night. So to find out more about all of that, stay tuned. We're going to go over everything in this video. Alright, so me naturally being me, first thing I'm doing is opening this box up. Okay, so inside of the package there is 2 screws. And there are 2 cables. Now, I'm hoping they're long enough, because this was one problem I noticed on a lot of Camaros that are the Gen 5 and 6. They're 24 inches, and I gotta hope that gives me enough clearance. So let's go check that out and see if this is actually gonna work. Okay, so I initially wanted to try to mount this here, where there's already a bolt. But to be able to go through there, under, and back over isn't really much of an option. It's going to end up, you know, once it actually goes through the underneath and the up and over, it's not going to reach. It's going to be way too tight. So it's going to be drill time, probably either here or up here. Up here would be preferred, but I don't know if I can angle the drill that way, so I might have to go into this plate here, part of the grill, and then from there we'll just go right over to that. So let's tinker around a little bit and see what we can figure out. Okay, and again, just leaving this loose for right now. Okay, so we're going to shut the hood and see how it goes. Turn this light off. Okay, so that's the cords. Okay, so there's the hood pin lanyards on the car. They'll look nicer once they actually, take their shape. Okay, so now that we're at least done putting the lanyards on the hood pins, now it is time to check out the Lethal Visions application. Okay, so for anybody that actually wants to become a part of Lethal Visions, okay, it is Lethal Visions Club, okay? It's not going to be Lethal Visions Camaro Club, it's not going to be Lethal Visions anything, it's going to be Lethal Visions Club, and then there will be subcategories. So we can have the Camaros, we can have Corvettes, whatever it may be, they'll have the decal on the window. Anyway, so you have to complete the application. Okay, date, name, birthday. If you're married, they want your anniversary date, significant other name, address, which is just typical for any application. Email, significant other email address, your car, if it's got special features, make, model. Hobbies, clubs, volunteer work, if you have special skills, anything that you can bring to the table pretty much. Obviously we want to know why you want to join, what your expectations are of the club, any comments, questions, how did you hear about us, name of the person who referred you if so, and the annual dues. So a new member individual is going to be $20, and a new member couple, which would be like me and my wife, because we both participate. So for two people to be a part of it, if you're a couple, it's going to be $35, and that's for new members. Now this is going to include the t-shirt, for both of you or just for yourself, that you can wear to the club events. And you have to put your t-shirt size and check, money order, cash, whatever it is, in the amount. So ultimately, when you're paying, let's just base it off of a solo person. When you're paying $20, just to join into a club, it's really not that bad, because you're getting a t-shirt out of it, which would be normally $20, $15-20 alone anyways. It is going to be vinyl printed, and I can tell you vinyl printed shirts are not really cheap. As if anybody actually knows, when I lived in Atlantic City, I did do vinyl work on t-shirts, so I know that the cost is actually up there. So with all that being said, we also have another cool thing to announce. Anybody that remembers my video where I got the ignition switch out of the car, I had mentioned, if you followed and watched after I got that out, I had said that I wanted to talk to him to get, the Corvette to be like the head on a Lethal Visions Corvette side. Well, that's going to happen. This Corvette, next year, as long as it comes out, is going to be the head for the Corvettes to come out. We are going to try to get more, fancier cars. We have the Camaros. Corvettes go right alongside with Camaros anyway, so, why not? The only thing is, it's harder to get Corvette guys to join without having, the initial Corvette. We're not going to get anybody to just hop into the club like, oh yeah, I got a vet, I'll ride with the Camaros, trucks, and whatever you got. Corvette guys want to stay with Corvette guys. I happened to buy one after the fact, so I'm bringing a Corvette into the table. So even like the guy right over here, he has a Corvette. I've talked to him a little bit. He might come out once this gets done. So we are going to try to bring up the Corvette following a little bit. I know there are two big Corvette clubs in PA. However, I don't think anybody younger wants to be a part of those, because they are much, older guys with older Corvettes or like brand new ones. So I'm trying to get people to join into this one that don't feel comfortable in those ones. We've also, at the meeting, talked about how, there's a lot of bullshit when it comes to trophies at car shows. And this is, for the most part, a constant problem, where we end up finding out that someone has, actually won a trophy, and people at the show decided, well, we're not going to give it to them, we're going to give it to this other person. I brought up the idea that I really think when it comes to car shows, just like how you have like a game commission, for fishing and hunting, there needs to be someone that can actually monitor car shows and actually track and make sure that everything is done the way it's supposed to be done. Then we won't have, false trophies being handed out, for friends and shit like that. And then, maybe we also will have better control over, where money goes and, who's handling money to make sure nothing gets stolen. So I think, some of us need to try to, reach out to someone to try to make, car shows like official and legit, where there's actually someone that monitors them to, make sure that everything that's going on is, verifiable. So I did also, on another note, stepping off from all the other topic, my exhaust is staying the same at the current moment. I don't want to mess with it all that much. I think it'd be a little bit annoying and a pain in the ass. So it's going to stay how it is for now because it is loud. And with winter coming, I'm not really too concerned about doing too much more to this. I got to try to save money aside and focus on the Corvette. And obviously the Lambo doors for this, vertical doors. But God forbid you say vertical doors. Everybody only associates it if you say Lambo doors, even though that's not what they're called. So we got the hood pins, lanyards on, vinyls are done. So there's been, mods done to this over the summer that I didn't expect to get done. So we're going to leave it at that for right now. If anybody has any questions or if anybody wants a form to fill out to be a part of Lethal Visions, get a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook. My name is Alan Kloss. I'm not going to add you to my personal page. However, the one that's got the picture of the car, I'll add you on that. I keep people separated from my personal shit. That's for my own safety and, my family and everything. I don't need people from everywhere knowing all my shit. However, if I talk to you and you're cool and we get along, I may add you in. I have added a few people in that were cool, so, there's always a chance for that. Final thing I'm going to touch base on, I am thinking about trying to do a little bit more collaboration. I know Gregory Salvatore's in the area. I run into him all the time. I actually just ran into him at Chevy 21 yesterday. I talked to him a little bit, and I want to try to get Matt from Supercars of Philadelphia. I want to try to see if I can do some collabs with him. I'd like to get his car driving. I want to take advantage of the external cams I have and try to see if I can do some stuff with him. Because YouTubers need to work together, and winter is coming, and that's going to be a very bad time for all of us. So, we got to figure out what our game plan is going to be, and everybody ultimately needs to work together. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section, and if you have not subscribed already, please do so now so you can stay updated on everything going on. And if you hit the little bell button, then you'll be notified as soon as I launch a video. Thanks guys.
The epitome of cool for so many kids. When I seen the 2010, yo, it flipped my lid. It's a Camaro, 67 to present, a legend. So I'm giving it man